Hola clase. Today we're going to talk about grammar, and today we're going to talk about verbs that end in AR. Okay, I'm going to explain. So, write down your number, la fecha, and el título. Los verbos AR en el presente. So, verbs that end in AR in the present tense. Okay? So, let me explain a little bit. In Spanish, there are three types of endings for verbs. One is AR, the other one is ER, and the other one is IR. So that means that the ending of the word ends in either AR, ER, or IR. So actions, verbs are action words, right? It tells you that the action is happening, right? Action words are verbs, and there are three types in Spanish. The ones that end in AR, the ones that end in ER or IR. AR, ER, ER. Okay? So, but today we're just going to focus on the ones that end in AR. Okay? Only. Okay? Okay, so you also need to know that the verb, the word or verb without any change or conjugation, it's called the infinitive. So this is the word. This is the verb without having any conjugation, any change to it. Like, for example, tener. The verb tener, just tener, it's called the infinitive. When you change it, yo tengo, tú tienes, then there's been a change, and that's the form of the conjugation. Okay? So, for example, let me give you two verbs you already know. Ser, tener. Okay? These two are infinitive. These two verbs are in its infinitive form. They haven't been changed in any way. All right? So, we can change these verbs by conjugating them, right? So, in this chapter, we're going to learn how to conjugate AR ending verbs. Okay, AR ending verbs. In this chapter, what are some of them? Let me make a list. You have estudiar, you have enseñar, you have levantar, contestar, hablar, tomar, escuchar, sacar, llevar, regresar, necesitar, navegar, buscar, enviar, comprar, pagar, trabajar. Okay? These are all the ones that the verbs from your vocabulary list These are words that end in AR. You see that? This means that there are verbs, ending verbs, and you can change them. You can change them to say who's performing the action. Once you make a change, you're going to be able to say who's performing the action, right? Okay, so all of these words, this might seem it's a lot, right? Oh, that's a lot of things. However, there's an easy part to it. To make a change, you only have to learn a set of endings that you add to it, okay? I'm going to tell you what those endings are, okay? And I will explain how to do it. AR endings, okay? AR endings. AR endings are O, as, a, amos, eyes, on. Alright, so you already know that this side it's plural, and this side is singular, right? These endings belong to pronouns, right? Yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes, right? All right, so you know that, right? The most important thing is that you know your ending. All right? All right, what do you do with these endings? Okay, let's say we have the verb hablar. Hablar. Well, right here, it's the infinitive. No change to it yet, right? To say that I am speaking, I'm going to drop the AR. I'm going to take that away. And I'm going to be left with this. And to say that Joe, I, myself, first person is talking, I'm going to add this O. Yo hablo. To say the you, singular, it's talking, I'm going to add AS, hablas. Oh, I want to say that she's talking, and again, I'm left with only this, right? I'm going to add just the A, habla, she's talking. Well, now we move to the plural side. And remember, we're just left with this after we drop the AR, right? Well, what ending do we add for nosotros? Amos. Nosotros hablamos. Por vosotros, eyes, and it does have an accent mark. Habláis. They talk. We added an. Hablan. Right here, these are all the conjugated forms of the verb hablar. Okay, these are the forms. All right. Let's see. So let me give you another example. Let's do another one, okay, chicos? Let's do the verb trabajar. Trabajar, it's to work. Trabajar, to work. Okay, so we have the verb trabajar. So what do we do to it? So remember that we have a singular side of the forms, right? And we have the plural, right? All right. So what do we do to it? Singular, trabajar. Okay, we have trabajar. And the rule is you drop the ending. AR is the ending. You get rid of that ending. You're only left with this. Trabajar. trabajar. You're only left with that, right? Okay, you're only left with that. You want to say, I work. You go here, you add just the O. You want to say the use singular works. Well, you add an AS. She works. You add an A. We work. AMOS. Vosotros. Okay? And then ellos, they trabajan. Okay? Okay. There we go. Okay? Now, should we do one more? Let's do one more. Let's do the verb necesitar. Necesitar. I need. Not I need. To need. Okay? I need. Necesito. After we drop the ending, necesito. You need. Necesitas. If we follow the endings, right? The endings are o, as, a, amos, ais, an. She needs. Necesita. We need. Necesitamos. Okay? Vosotros necesitáis. Ellos necesitan. Alright? So, the rule. Here's a rule. So, a rule to it, right? This is the rule. Let's review the rule. First thing, drop the ending from the infinitive. And then add the regular ending. Which are your endings for AR? O, as, a, amos, ais, an. So depending who's doing the action, if it's yo, you're going to put an O. Tú, as. Él, ella, usted, a. Nosotros, amos. Vosotros, ais. Ellos, ellas, ustedes, an. ¿Ok? Bien, chicos.